Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How do I even start this video when it comes to Concord? I I want to say this comes as no shocking surprise. Not a shocker, not even a surprise, not even a surprise Pikachu face because I want to say everybody who didn't buy the game, didn't play the game, saw the writing on the wall, but somehow the developers refuse to acknowledge that. I don't know how this game is worth $50 million, let alone it being a budget of $250 million and taking 8 years. How? How is it that this game was chosen by Sony to continue forth and release, but Factions 2 was sacrificed on the altar of live service? A game that had a community that was strong, even still play the first Factions to this day. Now the numbers may have dwindled, but let's keep it back on track with Concord. Uh, it is a game that should not have been. It is a game that should not have been released with a price of $40, even up to $50 or $60, when it's a hero shooter, PvP only, 5v5 or 6v6. I forget it. It just it did not strike any real interest for me to want to pick this game up or play it when the genre is already oversaturated with hero shooters that are free to play. Concord's gameplay, I don't know about anybody else, but it just reminded me of Lawbreakers for some reason. The gameplay just literally looks like a carbon copy of a game that already came out, whether it's still up and running till this day or not. It just feels like one of those games you've seen already, you've played it already for free. And in the economy currently, gamers are being more careful with how they spend their dollar, their hard-earned money. And to be called freaks and belittled because they didn't mindlessly shell out money for your game, you got what you deserve. Salt to the wound, you close the comment. You then you state that you've listened to feedback and it doesn't feel like you've actually listened to feedback. You just want drones that just want to get excited and consume product and get excited for next product. That's the type of drones that you were looking for. You're not gonna find that here in gaming. You may find it, but it's gonna be to such a small a small circle of those type of gamers. That is not enough to keep your service up and running. One, your game should have been free to play. That asking price is way too much for a PvP only game. Two, it shouldn't have been a hero shooter. Well, if you're gonna do the hero shooter genre, you just gotta do it right because hero shooters live and die by their characters since it's PvP only. And your characters all look like carbon copies of Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know how and why you would do that. It just none of these characters scream originality or have any real personality or is cool, no type of real aura, no type of real energy about them. Your game, honestly, should have been PvE co-op. That would have been much better because the PvE, the co-op scene is starving right now for great games. Case in point, look at Helldivers 2. Even though they're going through a rough patch right now and they're trying to hold on to the handful of players that constantly play the game because they love the game. I'm one of them. I want to see them continue on and do better and gain more people, have people come back to play their game. You chose the opposite. You chose to shit on the gamers. You chose to shit on the consumers, even though what the consumers were saying were right about you. Now, I thought Concord initially was going to be a re-release of a previous game that's going to be a PvE v co-op. A PvE VP co-op type thing, similar to Destiny, maybe Extraction Shooter. I don't know how well that game is going to do, but I thought they were the same game. I'm going to post it up on the screen once I get that picture. However, to then go on and have Sony or It may have been through y'all's own decision to post it and market it on the PlayStation Network store, literally between Wukong and Valorant. And Valorant being a hero shooter slash competitive shooter, if you choose to go that route, slash it's free to play. That if that is, I don't know if anybody else ever noticed that when going to the marketplace on Sony's network, but that is a clear-cut sign of Sony not having any real faith in this game, yet spending $250 million to produce this game. How is that possible? You cannot just release this type of game. That's you gotta make waves. You gotta make splashes, because this game is brand new on the scene. It's not gonna have any type of real community that's gonna back it up. You have to then show people why you would want them to play your game, why you would want them to spend money on your game, why would you want them to come and support your game over the long haul and see it get better. You have to show them that. You cannot then go up against the heavy hitters like, say, Apex in the free-to-play space, and this game feels like it. You cannot then go up against something like Apex, Valorant, Overwatch 2, Fortnite. What do you bring differently? What do you bring that's unique? You don't have it. I'm not seeing it. Now, I'm sorry that this game is closing down. However, you could potentially bring it back around if you so choose to go the free-to-play route, if you so choose to re-release it and have it be a PvE co-op thing. Revamp the characters, recolors, get rid of the DEI checkboxes, and make fun and enjoyable characters that people would want to pick up and play, and even main. It is what it is. Like, I'm sorry if that just hurts your feelings to hear that, but this is the honest truth. I wanted to like this game. I didn't want it to be. It doesn't fit in the hero shooter genre. It just doesn't. 4-player co-op, you're going out. Each hero has a skill tree you can level up towards. They maybe have their signature gun that they use. Maybe you can switch, interchange with different weapons. And then the class system. Come on now. And an asking price of maybe $30, $40. You got a hit. You have a hit. And somehow that just swooped right over you. That jumped right over your head by a wide margin. You chose this route. Now, whatever you do next, you have two choices, maybe even three. One choice, close down for good, scatter to the wind, and think about what it is that you did wrong. 2, re-release, turn it from a hero shooter to a co-op PvE. 3, come back, free to play, hero shooter, characters revamped, try it again. Though I don't even think option 3 is even an option. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, hell, even subscribe. I'm out.